Hey everyone, so today I'm making a quick video of kind of like how I get ready, products I use on my everyday face. I've done a couple of different blog posts about this stuff, but I've never actually made a video, and I'm just going to apologize in advance. This isn't going to be a fancy video, and there's not going to be any cool editing because I'm not very good at that, but what I really want to get through to you guys is kind of just the process I go through, the products I use and stuff like that. So I'm actually standing in my bathroom, and that's my closet over there, and then through the closet is where my bedroom is. And yeah, so this is where I get ready every day. This is my little space and like my little slice of heaven. Someday I'll probably do like a makeup collection tour, but basically my vanity is right here. There's a mirror in front of me. On this side I have kind of like a set of plastic drawers that I keep some makeup in. I have makeup brushes, some high-end lipstick that I own. I keep all my foundations together, and then on this side I have all my makeup palettes. Let me show you. I have all my makeup palettes. These are the only ones I have, so this is what I store them in. It's like an acrylic like shelf thing I got from TJ Maxx. So this is my Lorac Pro To Go palette. This is the Kat Von D Esperanza palette that came out last summer. This is an Urban Decay palette. This is one of my first high-end eyeshadow palettes. I picked this up years ago. It's probably not even good to use, or I don't know, whatever, but I love this. This has some really good colors in it. Then I have, this is the Tamana palette by Dress Your Face from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I love this one. Lorac Mega Pro, Lorac Pro palette, Lorac Pro palette number 2. Then I have my Naked palette, and then this palette that is I'm not a huge fan of, but this is the Sigma Dare palette that I picked up kind of at the end of fall. Anyway, so those are my palettes, and they live right there in that container, and so I have it kind of all set up really just the way I like it. So the first thing I usually do is, once I get out of the shower, I'll put lotion on my face. The lotion that I've been using for my face right now is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair cream. This is a really nice hydrating treatment that I use. I really like it. I use it for morning and night, and it really does keep my skin hydrated. I've also been using as a lip treatment. This is the Sugar Fresh lip treatment, and I've only had this for a couple of days. I owned this before, and I just repurchased it. This stuff is really spendy, so it's hard to justify it, but I've just been getting really bad chapped lips this fall and winter, so I decided to splurge and make that purchase. So I usually will put lotion on, which I've already done, put some of that on, and then the next thing I do is usually I'll use a primer. So what was I was using a really nice Revlon primer that I had, and then I had picked up this primer. This is Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser Primer. I picked this up just to try it out and kind of review it for my blog, and once I ran out of my other primer, I decided I needed to kind of use this one up before I purchase a new one. So it's not really like my favorite primer, but I'm kind of trying to just use up the product so I don't end up like wasting it and making another purchase and just gathering up like more products, because I'm really good at hoarding, so I'm trying to use up stuff before I get new things. Clean off my hands here. Next thing I do is, of course, I put foundation on. Now usually I have a couple of different primers that I really like to use, but usually if I'm not going to be doing anything too fancy, I'll go drugstore. So what I'm going to use today on my face is, this is the Maybelline Superstay Makeup in the color, I think I use, it's like honey beige or something, like really typical honey beige. Yeah, this is the color I use, and then I use the Real Techniques. This is the Expert Face Brush. I've talked about this product in multiple favorites. It's an amazing brush. If you don't use a brush to put your makeup on and you're looking for a affordable brand, I would recommend Real Techniques. This foundation is really runny, so it always comes out more than what I need on my face, but I usually just use whatever I want to and put the rest back in, which kind of sounds unhygienic, but I've never had a problem with it. So I just kind of go in like circular motions, and I cover up my entire face. I even put some in my eye sockets and stuff, because I have really dark, not discolorations, but my eyes are definitely darker. My sockets are. And I'm kind of self-conscious about that, so I'm just putting on just to even out my skin tone. And then I always think that around my lip area is redder than the rest of my face, so I like to cover that up too. Put some of that on. So it's pretty full coverage makeup. I don't know if you can tell, but sorry. It's drugstore, it's affordable. I really like it. I think it stays on and it stays in place, so I really like that stuff. Okay, so, but that's fun. I'm trying to go like my regular routine. The next thing I usually do is I'll do my eyebrows. So today I'm kind of going for a more natural look, and for that I really like my Benefit Brow Gimme Brow. This is like a it's like a pomade type thing. It's a volumizing gel, and it does contain fiber too. I've talked about this before as well. You can kind of see the fibers, especially when you're putting it in your hair directly, in your eyebrow hair. So what I do is I just kind of brush this through my hair very light, through my eyebrows very lightly, and just start to like create a shape, but also keep it like really natural and bushy looking. I have really long brow hairs. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, just use that to fill it in. So, okay, so this is the eyebrow that I just did versus the one I haven't done yet. So I think, doing your eyebrows is very important. Putting some kind of powder or a gel or something in there just so you can kind of see, it really helps change up your look. It makes you look a little bit more put together, which is why I like to use it. So let me do my other brow. I'm getting it everywhere today for some reason. I need to go get my eyebrows done. That's something I need to do before Christmas. But this will do for now. It's really foggy outside today, so I was like, I had a huge plan to go get a haircut and do a bunch of other stuff, and I completely failed because I was like, no. Next thing I'm going to do is actually put some eyeshadow primer on. This is the Lorac eyeshadow primer. I really like this stuff, and I actually got it with, when you purchase the Lorac Pro palette. That was the free gift that you got, was the Lorac eyeshadow primer. I don't put too much on because I don't need a lot of it, but yeah. And then I'm going to do bronzer while I wait for that to settle. My favorite is the NARS Laguna bronzer. This is a little bit dark for me now because it's winter time, but I just like buff it out. I've clearly hit pan on this stuff, so I'm just really excited anytime I hit pan on something. It just like makes me really happy because I know I'm putting my products to good use. So I just kind of use this in the hollows of my cheeks. The brush I'm using is a Real Techniques buffing brush from Real Techniques. You can buy these at Ulta as well. And then I go hollow, forehead, and then down my chin area. If you really want to contour, you can rub this on your nose. And then I do some of my favorite blush, which is the Tarte. This is the holiday edition. This is the color Prim. I'm freaking obsessed with it. I'm going to run out of it soon, and I'm probably going to cry. But I'm going to look for something similar in the Tarte section when I run out of it. But this is perfect. It's like a nude color, and it's just really, it gives like a really nice hint of color on my cheeks. I actually think I'm just not meant to wear like pinky blushes because I just don't like that color on my face. I like a more bronzed look, like if you can see this right now, I like that look versus like pinks and stuff like that. Then I'm gonna do highlighter later. Usually I'll do like something to like brighten up my dark circles, and I'll usually use like a concealer, but I kind of forgot to do that, and I usually don't go over it with after I've done like my bronzer. So whoopsie. Maybe I'll just put dab a little concealer on with my finger just to kind of smoothen it out a little bit. It looks a little dark, but I'm so self-conscious about my dark circles. It's like the one thing I wish I could get rid of on my face more than anything else. So usually for this I use a brush, but since I have cheek products on, I don't want to make it really like visible, so I'm just kind of dabbing it on with my finger right below my under eye area. It looks a little bit better. I've been setting my concealer with the Makeup Forever HD powder. I've gotten a bunch of samples of this stuff over the years, so I'm trying to use it up. This is what it looks like. I use this brush from Sonia Kashuk. Probably one of the better Sonia Kashuk brushes I own. All her ones really shed a lot. The one I was using for blush, I usually have hairs from it all over my face once I'm done putting blush on. It's kind of annoying. So would I recommend Sonia Kashuk brushes? To be honest, not really. Because even though they're cheap, they're not worth it, because half the time I'm like covered in hair. Excuse me. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do, I think, is I want to put some eyeshadow on. So I think I'm gonna go with the Tamana palette. It's just gonna, because I'm not going anywhere too fancy, just to grab a bite to eat. So usually with the Tamana palette, I've already kind of talked to you guys about my favorite colors. The brown, the Bengal goes in my crease. So I use a brush from the palette. So I usually start off by the crease. I just work this into my crease. This is the perfect brush for it because it's a really skinny brush and it really gets in there. And this color is just the perfect transition color for my undertone. I'm going to be really sad once I run out of this color. Okay, and then usually I'll just do China Rose as my lid color. This is so basic, guys. I'm not even, like, I don't really know how to do eyeshadow any other way, but, I mean, anyone can do this. It's not difficult. So I'm just putting that on my lid. And this color is kind of a fun color. It's definitely like a orange color. But for some reason it's not like overwhelmingly orange, which is really nice, and I think it's just this whole palette is just great for fall. I'm not a big fan of the blue in this color. On this palette, I've said that before. It's called Venezia. Not a fan of that, but everything else in this palette is great. And then I usually take a little bit of blush, use that on the most pointy inner corner part of my eyebrow, and then I'll take Fresh and just gonna blend it all together. I'm like guilty of always having like a brow bone highlight that's like way too light, because I feel like my skin just looks better when I have a lighter color up there. But I think it's almost like 1985 when I do that, so I try to tone it down. But that's the look so far. The lighting in here sucks. but I'm also looking in the mirror, so it looks a lot different when I'm seeing my face in the mirror. Okay, so we're almost done. Last things I usually do are eyeliner. So I'm going to use, I just got this stuff. It's amazing. I already broke this pencil though because I dropped it a bunch of times. But if you're looking for a really good black eyeliner, I would totally recommend this. This is the NARS Larger Than Life Longwear Eyeliner in Viva Valentino. Basically a cult favorite. I'm just noticing that I have a little something in my eye that I want to get rid of before I put eyeliner on. Okay. So I'm just lining my this stuff like really goes on easy. I've been trying to find a really good black eyeliner and I really like it. Also, so I bought that little kit, you know, that Sephora does for like their eyeliner favorites and stuff. And so I got the Kat Von D liquid liner, and then I got a Stila. I've had the Stila one before, but I totally tried out, so I was like really disappointed with it. But now I'm reusing it in this from this set, and I am kind of in love with it. I mean, it works really well. So I'm kind of like pleasantly surprised by it. So then I just do a little wing, and I'm really bad at doing wings, so usually they're like uneven or too big. So if you guys have any tips on how to make that better somehow, let me know. This is going to be the longest video of history that nobody's going to want to watch, but that's okay because you have to start somewhere. Okay, so, you know, in general, pretty even looking. What do you guys think? Okay. Perfect. So, and then the last few things I do is I put some highlighter on. Of course, I'm obsessed with Becca highlighter. You guys know that. This is the rose gold color that I have, and I'm sure you guys have seen this or own it. If you don't, you have to at least pick up one of these. They are a little spendy, but totally worth it, and a little product goes a long way. This is the Bobbi Brown eye blender brush, but it's kind of huge, so I just use it for highlighter because I don't know what I'd be blending. My eye sockets are not big enough for this thing. And so I just put some on the top points of my cheekbones, a little on my chin, and then I dab some on my nose. Give it that look. And perfect. I'm going really, like, this is just like a chill, everyday makeup look for me. Nothing too fancy, nothing fancy, no fancy like products or techniques or anything like that. Then this is my holy grail NYX matte finishing spray. Really does make my makeup last longer. I'm going to put mascara on after this. I usually put the finishing spray on first and then wait for it to dry and then do my mascara. So I just shut my mouth and then spray this on my face. And I also ended up, the last time I went to a MAC store picking up Fix Plus, but I don't use this as much because I have the NYX, which is also cheaper. So for every day I use the NYX. This I bought mostly to use with that NARS eyeshadow, the Intense Eye. Where is it? I put it in here somewhere. Oh, here it is, this product, because it's supposed to be used wet, and I've actually kind of destroyed this product, but It's so amazing. If you haven't picked this up yet, definitely check it out. Okay, so yeah, I also have Fix Plus, but I use the NYX. So if you're looking for a decent alternate, I haven't actually given Fix Plus a good enough chance yet either, but I know it's people use, that's what they use it for, is the setting spray, or as to use it on like pigments and stuff like that. So I think my face is pretty dry, so I'm going to take my Sephora eyelash curler and curl my lashes. So usually I like to hold it down, give it a little pump, squeeze them out a little, and then eyelash curlers are so archaic looking, but they to get the job done. And then new mascara maybe. I have actually just been loving, I got a sample of Perversion by Urban Decay, and I've just been loving this stuff. It was in one of the Ipsy bags. I don't know if you guys are Ipsy subscribers, but I love the Perversion mascara. I kind of want to get a full size, but I have so many like miniature mascaras to kind of go through and finish up. So I'm not going to do that right now, but if you're on the market for a new mascara, try the Perversion full size and then let me know what you think of it, if it's as good as the sample. I'm just trying to coat this on. It's hard to talk while you're doing your mascara. I think I might have to coat this on with something because this feels a little dry. I'm going to do my Maybelline. This is the Colossal Volume, the yellow and purple packaging. This stuff is also really great when it's newer. It's like a wetter formula, and it really gives me some lashes. Try not to clump. Perfect. Okay, so that's pretty much it. It's my everyday go-to, easy, does it face, and I usually go like hours with this makeup, and it lasts. I think the finishing spray really helps with that. So if you have any questions or any comments or any great ideas on how I can make these videos nicer and better edited, please leave me a comment below. Otherwise, thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye.